And welcome back. We are doing our Dungeons of Chaos species hunt for the achievements. Have to kill 66 and 88 species, respectively, for the Bloodlust birth feat to be unlocked. Now, we are deep within the Brosea Brown Mountains. Pull the map up here. I'll show you the route. It is fairly easy to get to. We just go north east of where we were from the rats and the abandoned mines. We come right up here, follow that river partially, and then wind our way through the mountains to this little opening. And we are in Brosea North. Now, if we continue to head north, we're going to run into this guy. He's a swearing wanderer. Yeah, he's kind of be a little irritated. If you guys haven't ventured up this far, Irgon, he is pissed off at these gnomes. He come up here because he is trying to seek out different forests to basically be a logger, be a lumberjack. And so if you go too far north, you end up with Zalon getting very angry and crotchety with them and chasing them out of his woods. If they go to the west, they have the orc issue. And so he decided to find his way north, and it's the gnomes. The gnomes are stealing his equipment and his tools, and they're burying them into these little burrows. And every day, when your skill resets, this little entrance will disappear and it will reappear somewhere on these hillsides. And so we're actually going to venture down into here. Now there are a couple of gnomes that we can get. One of them that we cannot get is the gnome shaman. We have to wait until chapter 2 to get the gnome shaman. So in here we're after a gnome and gnome mage. And that's pretty much all we need is those two out of these little tunnels. Now, I will say one thing. If your guys' team does not have a decent enough wizard's eye, does not have good enough perception, coming over here to the tunnels and to the gnome burrows will be fairly moot. So you need a fairly good perception to be able to run around in these guys, because these little tunnels will shift and change and have all sorts of little entrances. And of course, when in doubt, always search. Searching gives you a higher perspective, and so you'll be able to find some of these hidden entrances. And I'm just kind of wandering around completely in the dark. And you'll find little sections that basically go to nowhere. It is somewhat irritating. But, hey, it happens. These gnomes are little tricky bastards like that. And hopefully this doesn't take too long. If I don't come across one of these guys already, I might jump cut again. And this is also an excellent way to increase your perspective by use. Finding all these little freaking tunnels. Oh, we were already way down here. Let's go this way. Eventually, we'll come across a couple of them. These guys are... Oh. See, our wizard eye dropped off. Let's come back up here. I know there's something there. There we go. Like I said, if you think something should be there, by all means search. You're liable to find something. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. We are deep in this place and haven't found a gnome one. Oh, it's guaranteed we're going to find a shaft that's just going to be packed full of them. Yeah, we keep going. Alright, let's keep Wizard's Eye up. It just keeps going and going and going. Alright, I tell you what, guys. I'm going to do a quick little jump cut here until we find a gnome. And I'll resume after that. Eventually, persistence pays off. And we have a gnome. We have 6 gnomes. Soon to be 6 dead gnomes. Lightning is just ripping through them. Goodness. Yep. Lightning was tearing through them. That is pretty good. Alright, and back on the search. So I told you eventually we're going to find a tunnel that has them. And there's the gnome mage. How about that? Of course, they're casting fire. Which doesn't affect too much. But that is our 2 species in the gnome labyrinths. And so we can just go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to jump cut once we get out. I'm going to get back into normal Berseria because we're up here in the north playing the gnome labyrinth. Once we get out, I'll resume the video. Alright, so the next closest spot with things that we have not killed yet is the tower. Besides the ant colony, which is going to take a little bit to venture down in there. But let's go up the Lich Tower. Now, this first level is just specters. We've already done specters. We've done a couple dozen specters. Still probably the best experience on the island that is continuously farmable, especially under the tomb. So don't pass them by. They are worth the effort. Second level, again, is just specters. The third one is going to be zombies. That's what we need. We need some more zombies. There kind of needs to be zombies kind of roaming the land. It'd be nice. So why is the desert only guarded by giant scorpions? Why not some skeletons? Why not some zombies? Well, there are just certain things like that, make the world a little bit more dangerous. Now, of course, this is just kind of a ramp up in the start into the game, but still. Okay, so I don't think there's anything in this. There's loot behind this door, I know that, but yeah, there's nothing in there. Zombies, zombies, zombies. So now we have zombies on our list. As they jump us immediately. Okay. Alright, and we can just kind of get through here. Now, all the way up until the Lich is going to be zombies and specters. So I'm going to jump cut to the Lich fight which we'll probably just run through real quickly. Get him on the list, and then we'll go to our next little session. So when I resume the video, we're going to be at the lich. Okay, and we are at the lich fight. Go ahead and come over here and aggro him. Ah, get off the little loot. Zooming in, he looks pretty evil. You know that? Doesn't have a waist, it's all vapory, skeleton-ish up top. Got like that little undead crown and some red beady eyes. And of course a cape. Alright. This should be a fairly easy fight. Our rogue with that Archangel's bow is just eating him alive. Fantastic. Look at that. So we have the Lich now added to our Vanquish list here. So we are sitting at a pretty 33. And there's nothing that we've missed thus far in the areas we have ventured. I'm still kind of like shocked about the clay golem, but you know, hey, we'll take it. All right, I'm going to jump cut here, and we're going to get down the ant colony hole right quick and get that queen and her guardian ants on the list, and we'll head down towards. We have the frost zombies left. We have the young dragon, shadow pixies, and I think that is it. We are making excellent progress, guys. And we're down the rabbit hole, well, ant hole. In the ant colony, there is the queen. Now, we have the giant ants, we have the warrior ants. All we need is the queen and then the ant guardians, which are going to be fairly simple. For this, we are going to change our spells up just slightly. We're going to go like a full ignite. I went ahead and I leveled up ignite a little bit. There we go. You know what? We're going to get ignite cast a little bit. And let's just keep going. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Look at these guys. They're just dying. It's like if you just poured gasoline on an anthill and just set it on fire. That's what it is. They don't like it. That long trek down just to take care of them. And we're going to have a long trek back. And again, I'm going to jump cut. The two species, well, let me think about it. Three species that we have left is going to be the young dragon in the abandoned mine. Actually, it's going to be a deep mine that he's in. The frozen crevice has frozen zombies. And then we have shadow pixies. So we are going to go take care of those guys as soon as I get out of this ant colony. And I'm going to take a jump cut here, and we're going to be down in that southern mountain range. Okay, and so we are in the southern, southwestern mountain range on Bercia. We are going into the icy crevice. We are going to get our frost zombies knocked out of the way here. These guys, if I can actually go the right way, they have a spawner that is kind of set. and you can revisit them as many times as you want. This guy, and then also when you get the snowy shadow piercer, they appear also. Yeah, let's pull those guys off. Let's get some, well, out of range. I'm going to throw me a fireball at him if I can. Ah, there we go. No, no, he doesn't have fireball on his bar. Alright, he can go back. And I can barely hit them. There we go. Melt me some zombies here. Boom! Fireball is fantastic. I don't know if you guys have it. But that is our frost zombies there. Alright, next up is the young dragon. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a quick jump cut here. Get to him. I'll show you where the cave is, and then I'll jump cut into where he's at. It's literally just around the mountain. So let's come north. It's a little quicker. At least it might seem quicker. Maybe I'm just used to going this way. And there's going to be a little in cut right here. And going into the deep mine. Yep. And I'm going to jump cut because he is fairly deep in here. But there's little warning signs everywhere. You know, newer sign, nothing but a crude drawing of a dragon. And of course, if we look over here, you know, it says nothing interesting, but they're like little claw marks. But I'm going to jump cut into the young dragon's lair, and we'll take him on. Okay, so we see the young dragon down there. If you guys have not ventured out this way and into the deep mine, I'll pull up the map here so you guys can kind of see it. Let me get over here. So here is where we come in at. So it's like the first right, and it kind of meanders up. Kind of comes across, then back down. Uh-oh. Losing power. But he is there, and we're going to go ahead and take him out. Easiest thing for damage-wise is going to be poison and lightning for the dragons, and then that's for almost any of the dragons. But we shouldn't have to change anything. And he is gone. Okay, so now we have only the shadow pixies left, which is on our way to talk to the flame. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump cut, get over there, and show you where they are at. And that is everything up to the Chaos Rift, which we got a couple of things in there we will take care of. And that will pretty much be all of Chapter 1 enemies going into there. So I'm going to make this little quick cut here and be over in the Shadow Pixies. Alright guys, and we are at the Shadow Pixies. We are in a dry hot cave. Now this is the third little map section once we enter here. Because there's the entrance. Come across. And you go down. And now we're over here. We come all the way to the west end of the cave. We come in the Shadow Pixies. Let's see if we can't get a handful of them. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get... maybe. No. I was hoping maybe three sets, but doesn't look like it. We're going to take 2. This should be interesting. Needless to say, we're going to go Ignite for crowd control, because they're going to be blasting the hell out of us. So, Magic Missile that they use, and top it off that they're really fast, and Magic Missile is the fastest attack spell there is. It gets crazy. Yeah. Roasted pixies. And of course, we're going to have a back-to-back fight with that other group. There we go. Okay. So once we get done with the pixies, I'm going to include the Chaos Rift and the portal with Chapter 1 enemies, because we don't get the Chapter 2 until we actually hit the castle. So I'm going to do a quick cut here, go speak with the flame, get the orb, and run up to Parnos and resume. And when we go across the rift into the castle, there's a couple of mobs there that I'm going to include in this Chapter 1 video series up to Chapter 2 for all the species to be able to be killed. So I'm going to jump there, okay? And so we're back in the shelter. Chaos Rift is up for the portal going into the castle. What we have so far is 38 species. We have the wolf, giant rat, orc mage, skeleton warrior, spider, huge spider, Zol the horrible. I think earlier I was calling her the terrible too. The ghost, zombies, undead wizard, giant scorpion, strange rat, the angry tree, large bat, vampire bat, crusher, giant ant, orc warrior, orc warlord, specter, lich, young dragon, mud corpse, ogre, gnome mage, warrior ant, ant queen, ant guard, shadow beast, worms, bloated zombies, hissing bug, shadow pixies, frost zombies, and clay golems. Okay, so going into the portal here into the chaotic place. I think it popped me out in the original one. Let's get the new one up here. Bear with me here. Chaos Rift, new portal. That way we don't have to worry about doing that in just a minute. So, what we have in here is going to be the Chaos Kempas, the Apparitions, which gives us the red, blue, and